Germany is to buy the advanced Arrow 3 missile defence system from Israel following US approval of the sale. It's part of German efforts to build a sky shield in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Developed jointly by Israel and the US, the Arrow 3 is capable of intercepting high-altitude ballistic missiles and is used in Israel's so-called Iron Dome. Israel says the system could be delivered to Germany by 2025 and fully operational by 2030. The $3.5 billion deal will be Israel's biggest ever defence sale. Let's get more on this from DW correspondents Rebecca Ritters in Jerusalem and Benjamin Alvarez Gruber here in Berlin. Welcome both. Let's start with you, Ben. What else do we know about this deal?
So this deal has been in the making for a while now. The negotiations between Berlin and Israel started after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The sale and the discussions also came up during a meeting in April when Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited Berlin. And in June, the Germany's parliament, the Bundestag, the Defense Committee voted in favor of this purchase, and today they also welcomed the US decision, saying that this will help protect not only Germany and German skies, but also its neighboring countries from airstrikes. And now the next steps will be the signing of a letter of commitment, and then both ministries of defense, the German and the Israeli ministry, together with Israel Aerospace Industry, will finalize the agreement. Both parliaments then need to approve it, and then the full contract will be ready to sign by the end of the year. So the plan is to have a way for delivery by 2025 and then full operation deployment by 2030, so 7 years from now.
Right, and you mentioned a possible protection for Germany's neighbours, so I guess they're likely to be pretty pleased about this deal.
They're likely to be pretty pleased to react in a positive way, because what is so special about the system is its long range. This is an interceptor that can shoot down long-range ballistic missiles. It is designed to intercept these missiles outside the Earth's atmosphere. And this system consists of several parts. There are command posts, radars, launchers, and the missiles themselves. So this radar has such a long range that it could protect other countries as well. So they could get the data from Germany, but it also could protect Baltic states in the north, Poland and Romania, so these countries would only need to acquire this missile units for their defence.
Right, Rebecca Ritters in Jerusalem. Just talk us through why Israel needed US approval before the deal could go through.
As you mentioned in your lead-in there, Phil, this was a joint development project between the US and Israel, and as is the way with these arms deals or these contracts, these big military contracts, both parties need to agree. Now, similarly, let's say, for example, if Germany wanted to send its weapons depot to Iran of a weapon that had been developed by another country, it would also need to seek approval. So this deal wouldn't have been possible without the US approval that has come.
And what's the government there saying about the deal?
Well, this is obviously welcome news here in Jerusalem. The government making some very positive statements. The Defence Minister Yoav Gallant calling it an expression of confidence in Israel's defence industries. There are a couple of key points. One that shouldn't be missed is he also went on to talk about how it is particularly meaningful, given the history between these two countries, that to every Jewish person, and I quote, that Germany is acquiring Israel defence capabilities. That's something that was echoed by the Israeli ambassador in Berlin, Ron Prosser. He also made similar statements. So that part is particularly meaningful, and that's what they're saying here. But another two reasons, the timing of this deal is particularly important for this government, is of course the economy and the US-Israel relations. Now, it must be said that this deal was brokered under a former government, not under the current Netanyahu far-right government, but the timing of it will be seen very positively by them. The US-Israeli relations have been suffering because of these judicial reforms that this far-right government are trying to push through, as well as a whole host of other policies that they stand behind. As I say, that relationship, that strong relationship, historically has been suffering. And so this will be coming at a time when they can crow about the strength of the defence relationships. In fact, Gallant said this reflects once again the powerful defence ties between the US and Israel. And of course, the other thing being the economy. The economy hasn't been looking so positive The credit rating has been slightly downgraded. The economy looking to be not going very well, given these protests and the lack of confidence in what's happening here with the judiciary. So this is another boost, that $3.5 billion that the government will be able to advertise.
Thanks for that, Rebecca Ritters in Jerusalem, Benjamin Alvarez Gruber here in Berlin. Thank you both.